We'll just turn this down because we don't want to. Because that's what I was going to do. It's a lot easier to understand PEP, SWRs, and modulation when you have a 3-windowed meter that you're looking at. As you can see, some of these functions on here, such as REF and forward. REF stands for reflect. Forward means forward power. You know, you have to calibrate and different things, but we kind of went through SWRs, and as you can see, this meter on the bottom says percentage and reflect power. So ideally your match would want to be around a 1.5. That's ideal. That's half a 3. The bottom scale where it says 4, 11, and 25, that is your percentage of reflect power. To make it easy, if you were doing 100 watts, you were dead keying 100 watts, so your meter would show you were doing 100 watts. If your reflect, your SWR, is 1.5, you would divide that by 4%. Well, 4% of 100, it would be 4 watts. So out of that 100 watts, you are losing 4 as of reflection, either coming back off your antenna or through your coax or whatnot. RF power is measured in 2 ways on the radio. It is done as RF power watts, and then on the right hand side, as you can see, has a peak and average, oftentimes referred to as peak envelope power, PEP, or as RMS, which is average power. All peak power is whatever you dead key. If you have a 10 watt dead key and you swing 150 watts, all that is basically 150% modulation. Some people swear by PEP watts. Basically, PEP watts is just modulation. Basically, that's the lamest term. And then your final meter is your modulation meter. When you dead key, you flip your switch into the set position and then adjust it to the red, and then you switch it back to mod, and when you speak into the microphone, it shows you the levels of your modulation, of the audio that you are putting into the radio, and that's coming out. So when you're peaking out at 150 watts, the watt meter the modulation meter will probably be pegged out, because you're achieving over 100% modulation. These 3 windows is essential to understanding what your radio is doing just by looking at it instead of versus hearing it. So I find it very crucial that you get a good pair of watt meters. I wouldn't necessarily recommend aesthetics. There's far better meters, but it will definitely get you in the ballpark to what you need. There's nothing wrong with these meters. They like to swing. I call them feel-good meters because it makes you feel good. You know, shows you're doing big watts. But the whole idea of a watt meter is to give you an idea of what's going on with your radio. An essential piece of equipment. Some people live by them, some people don't run them. I do. I have a watt meter in line all the time. So, just a little bit about SWRs, RF power, PEP and RMS, and modulation. We'll do a quick demo. What we'll do first is we will calibrate and check SWRs. And how I do that is I turn my RF power all the way up, turn back your modulation, is what you cut back on your mic gain, so you don't get a bunch of background noise or anything to throw off your measurement. And then you key the transmitter, and you will see how the Craftsman calibrates his meters. And then set for desired RF key, dead key. Audio test 1 2. Audio test 1 2. Recalibrate. LO audio. LO audio test 1 2. Audio. LO 1 2 3. And there you have it. The Craftsman. Till the next video. Thank you.